hop off and let them go?
Yep, let's rip it. Here,
Let's do it.
about to get some holes in. We're gonna rip the picks real quick. First one is Coastal Carolina team total over 51. That's minus 120. Coastal Carolina. Anybody that plays UMass is going to score points. I like Coastal's offense. 51 at home. So we'll start with that one, minus 120. The next one is Arkansas plus 5.5. I like them against the Aggies. Sam Pittman has an unbelievable record against the spread, so I'm looking for that to continue. My next one I have is West Virginia plus 16.5. The Sooners have kind of played around with everybody they've played so far, so I like West Virginia getting that many points there. So that's 3 of my 5 picks, six. My fourth pick will be the Dallas Cowboys Monday night. I like them -4, a little bit of a homer pick there. And then let me make sure that I have this right. My money line pick will be Notre Dame plus 190. It was hard to find a money line pick this week that I really liked, but I've got Notre Dame plus 190 for my money line pick. And the last one we'll do the Longhorns, Texas Longhorns, -8.5 at home. I'm going to the game, so that's also a homer pick there. But real homer week. I got a little wiggle room. I'm like 10-2, so figured I'd give you guys a chance and just really take all of my teams that usually disappoint me.
Yeah. Who's your money line pick, Kaiser?
What's that?
Who's your money line pick?
My money line pick was Notre Dame plus 190.
Did anybody else write those down? Because my audio went out that entire time.
He has Texas.
Yeah, we have it recorded. We can go back and look.
Texas, West Virginia, Coastal over, Cowboys, and then who was your fifth one?
Notre Dame money line.
And then there was another one.
Arkansas.
Texas. Arkansas.
That's 6.
All right. Good deal. Appreciate it, guys. All right, so I'm going to start off with Clemson -9.5 against NC State. Clemson, I think, is desperate for a blowout win, so I like them there. I got Michigan State -5 against Nebraska. I think Michigan State's got a pretty good team. I got the Raiders -3.5 against Miami in the NFL. Jacoby Brissett kind of looked terrible last week. And then I got Green Bay +3.5 at San Francisco. San Francisco can't find a running back. So I'm going to go with them there. My tease dog will be UNC -2.5 at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, hard-fought win. They don't really have, I don't think they have the tank to follow up that performance like they had against Clemson. And then I got Rutgers, Pandemonium, Piscataway, always. Just love the way that they're playing this year. They got them +30.5.
Love that.
Who are they playing?
Michigan. In the big house.
Which seems absurd because I don't even ever see Michigan score 30 against anyone. And then I got Arkansas +15 against Texas A&M. So that's my 3-way teaser.
What's your odds there?
-110 on that teaser.
What was Georgia Tech?
I'll go back and make sure. I got UNC -2.5 against Georgia Tech. I'll go back and make sure that I got the odds right on that teaser though. And then last thing, they say hungry dogs run fastest, but maybe the hungry hogs also run the fastest. So
Hogs.
I got Arkansas money line. Texas A&M.
Say that again.
Hungry hogs run faster. So I got them plus 180 money line against Texas A&M.
Word.
Is it me?
Love it.
Yeah, you then me then Dave.
All right. We're going to go Miss State at home. I've been fading them the past few weeks, but I just think LSU's defense is really, really bad. They've given up a ton of points, and them playing the last 2 games against FCS or whoever they played, McNeese State, doesn't make their defense any better. Miss State actually has a pretty good passing game. Going on the road, they got spanked by UCLA on the road, so we're going to go Miss State 2.5 there. That's going to be my money line pick as well.
Odds?
I don't know.
I can tell you really quick. I just had that game pulled up.
All right, boys, I'm up against
That would
it.
be
Best of
plus
luck.
115.
Plus 115?
See you, Matt.
See, Matt.
Really? On 2.5? Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what action says.
We're gonna go Friday night, a little Friday night fever. Syracuse getting 6.5 at home. Liberty 3-0. Not really sure why they're only favored by a touchdown. Malik Willis is, so they're talking about him, being a really early pick in the draft. Just feel like Syracuse, Carrier Dome, getting a touchdown or 6.5. They usually always have a big win at home. Friday night spot, Liberty going on the road. I feel like it's a good game for Syracuse to get a upset or at least cover the 6.5 as a home underdog. Let's go Nebraska.
We've now dropped to 3 participants, so we can
Yeah.
slow down a little bit.
Yeah, we don't have to rush.
Let's go Nebraska. Wow, this line is disgusting.
Yes.
But we're gonna go Nebraska. Playing Michigan
Plus
State.
5, right?
They are getting.
It's 5.
Dude, Nebraska, though, let's be real. Scott Frost is a
I have
host.
5 on action.
It's 5. Yeah.
Yeah, Nebraska not a great team, but honestly hung in there with Oklahoma last week. Only lost by 7, I believe, and that was my over pick. That was pretty disgusting too.
They're saying that, Wiley, I took that over. That was such a disaster. And I told
Yeah, that was bad. But
I told
honestly,
so many people to take that over too, and they all took it.
so
I had 10 different people text me, "Fuck you."
you should have just forwarded them to me.
Yeah,
Well, Nebraska scored 16, so they kind of did their part.
they did their job.
I just thought Oklahoma would score more than 23.
Yeah,
So-
more on that game in the next segment coming from this guy.
But Michigan State at home, coming off a win against Miami. Now they're in the top 25 at home, -5. Massive public play, 84% on Michigan State. So I'm going to ride with Nebraska. Getting 5 on the road is kind of a non-public kind of fishy line type play. I don't think they're going to win, but I think it's going to be really low scoring, kind of one of those gross Big Ten type games that Nebraska keeps it close. And then we're going to go UTSA.
Oh, God.
+3. Check me, Shug. It's 3 or 3.5.
I don't even know where to find that in the action app.
They're playing Memphis. So go
Okay,
to
so I can check the AAC. Yeah. +3. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting 3 there. So everyone watched that Miss State game, right? Memphis won, right, against the SEC team. So now they're coming home only as a 3-point favorite. But honestly, Memphis shouldn't even have won because that was a terrible call by those officials on that down punt. Did y'all see that?
Yes.
No.
Miss State punted it, and then literally the guy touched the ball to down it, but Memphis just picked it up and then ran it in for like a 70-yard touchdown, and the ref said that Miss State didn't down it, so that no one had downed it, so it was a free live ball, and Memphis ran it in for like a 70-yard touchdown. When they clearly Miss State touched it, and I guess you can't review it. Anyway, so I think it's a good spot for Memphis to be flat and cocky coming out after winning against the SEC. Got a stat. They've allowed over 500 yards per game passing against the 2 FBS teams that they played. And UTSA, decent passing attack, so I think they hang in there. So we're going to get UTSA +3. And then my last pick is a total. So just go ahead and don't tell your friends my next total pick. but we're gonna go A&M Arkansas under.
I like that.
I don't hate it.
What's the number?
Arkansas's got 2 offensive linemen that got hurt in their previous game. They're questionable to play. I think
47 and a
A&M
half.
I think A&M, yeah, I got 47.5. A&M's got a really good defense. I think that's definitely the strength of their team. So I think they get a lot of pressure. KJ Jefferson, not that good of a passer, really good runner, but I think they're just going to try and run the ball and pin A&M deep and make it a low-scoring game. And then A&M, obviously offensively, has been challenged without their starting quarterback, so they're probably going to run the ball a lot with Spiller. So we're going to go A&M Arkansas under 47.5 with like a 24 to 17, 20 type game. I think A&M covers there, but I'm not giving that as a play. I think a lot of the public and money is going to be on Arkansas seeing that number, but it's a neutral site. I mean, A&M's going to bring a lot of fans to Dallas, so
Yeah.
I would stay away from that one. But those are my picks. So we got A&M Arkansas under, Syracuse plus 6.5, Nebraska plus 5, Miss State plus 2.5 and money line, and UTSA plus 3.
So as you say, stay away. I will be diving right into that as my first pick. Arkansas 5.5. I think A&M.
Knew that was going.
Yeah, I know it's a public play, but I'm not a believer in A&M. I don't like their back.
Doug, did you get it at 5.5?
Yeah,
That's
what it is.
That's what it is right now. It was like 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
A&M's defense is good. You've already kind of covered them. I don't know. I think it's going to be real low scoring, even lower than what you think, like 17, 13, 14, 10, something like there. I don't know if Arkansas wins straight up, but I do think they cover. I'm also on the short home dog, Miss State. I think LSU has just a lot of problems right now that don't really have to do with football. I don't think Edo is a quality leader at this point in time.
Gene Chizik 2.0.
Yeah, straight up. I think the wheels are falling off at LSU right now. And it's a tough offense. They're at home, so tough to prepare for LSU there. And they just got shredded by UCLA.
Yeah.
And they can't run the ball still. Anyways,
Somehow, I don't understand how they cannot run the ball.
Yeah, I don't know either.
They have so much talent on that team. It's like,
and they have so much talent on the team. They have so much talent on the O-line. It's like,
they let their starting
what's
running
going
back.
on?
Their starting running back is like ineligible because of some
for academic reasons. He was ineligible.
What Division I football program lets that happen? Anyways, UK -5. I still think they're undervalued. They're going on the road to South Carolina. South Carolina, I believe, is probably the second worst team in the SEC.
Yeah,
awful talent.
Vandy's worse than them.
They're starting like a 25-year-old at quarterback. I like UK's offense. I like their O-line, like the running back, like the quarterback Levis. On to my next pick, I'm fading Wiley here. I am on the public here as well, with the public. Michigan State. I'm probably going to bet them until they don't cover all year. I think Nebraska is overrated right now. I think that line's way too short. I don't think Oklahoma's very good.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I took Nebraska.
I don't like Oklahoma this year, which means I don't like Nebraska's performance against them last week. Just not a fan. I do like Mel Tucker, though, head coach at MSU. Great running back, too. He's like, honestly, almost as good as Tank, if y'all have watched him. He's really good. My next pick, I have no analysis for, besides that it's just too many points and it opened up at a pick 'em. Notre Dame 6.5.
That game opened up at a pick 'em?
Yeah.
Notre Dame has like
2 starting tackles are out.
Yeah, they've had a lineman get hurt.
Right, but after our performance against Penn State and then comparing how Wisconsin did against them too,
but they're playing
shit down their legs.
Wisconsin's playing different. They're playing a different quarterback. I think that's why people are thinking.
Wait, they bench Mertz or whatever his name is.
That Jack Cohn dude, I think.
Oh, that's the Notre Dame starting quarterback now.
Or not Jack Cohn, but it's another quarterback.
Okay, well, fuck. Anyways, I already have them locked in. Notre Dame, not much analysis there. And my money line pick, Stanford at home, short underdog again, plus 160. I think UCLA has gotten a lot of clout from that win against LSU. As I've already outlined, I think LSU is a dumpster fire. That's my pick. Stanford's been putting up points in the Pac-12 so far, the first few weeks of the season. Stanford ML plus 160. UCLA just lost at home to Fresno State, who's a decent team, but regardless.
Sorry, I got that mixed up. Jack Cohn used to play at Wisconsin.
Yes, he used to be the quarterback before Graham, whatever his name
Yes,
is.
Mertz.
Yes.
But yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's a weird line because it's like Wisconsin, Notre Dame. I don't know. The Wisconsin hasn't shown anything to me that would make them a 7-point favorite against a ranked team.
And then again, Notre Dame like struggle with.
They suck too, but I mean, I don't
struggle
know
with like Tulsa, and then struggle with
Toledo,
and then Purdue the next week.
They barely beat Florida State.
They barely beat Florida State.
Yeah.
Florida State's in shambles. Dude.
Yeah, I don't like that's my least favorite pick of my board of my slate, but we're gonna roll with it.
Davis.
So Davis.
No analysis for me on any of these. I tried to do that last week and went 1-5. And
gotta stick with it.
Wiley said in our text earlier, just kind of go with your gut, find the line you like, and go with it. So
yeah.
Starting us off, I have Wisconsin minus 5.5. I
think that'll be
Notre Dame
6.5.
reminds me a lot of Oklahoma. You know, they haven't won a game that they should have won to be ranked where they are in a fashion that tells me otherwise.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're playing at Wisconsin. That place can be hopping. And I think this is a game they slip up and lose.
This is 6.5, just FYI.
Here we go again.
It is 6.5 on action.
Yeah.
Okay, Action's a hox.
Well,
Great app. Great
what we're
app.
using.
Maybe we can get a sponsor from Action.
Let's go, Action. Come on, Action. Bring it in,
Come on,
Action.
sponsor the pod.
Let's go.
Holy shit.
I do not disagree with anything y'all have said about LSU, about them being in shambles, a dumpster fire program. Totally agree with all of that. But I think this might be a good week for them to get it back somewhat on track. Mississippi State really, it is a tough offense to plan for, but I mean, LSU is littered with talent. And I just think, I mean, they have a coming out game once a year, and I just feel like this might be it. So
Not a bad pick.
taking LSU at 2.5. Maybe they get some things clicking early and run away with it, but I don't know. Another game I really liked. I saw this and I was like, this is free money. Holly, what's up? Is Louisville minus 1.5.
Love it. Fucking love it.
I saw
I'm
that.
gonna
They're
play that.
playing FSU.
Yeah, they're playing
At
at
FSU.
FSU, but dude, FSU is garbage.
They're so
Bad.
And
bad.
Louisville's looked pretty good. I mean, they got boat raced by Ole Miss, but Ole Miss is turning. They're going to be a damn good football team.
Yeah, I mean
they beat Guz.
Yeah, they beat.
Yeah,
Yes,
and they
that's a
beat
big
they
win.
beat Guz Malzahn.
And UCF was way more talented than them.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm taking Louisville there. Taking Arkansas with the points at +5. I just like that bet. I mean, I think Arkansas, if you've watched, they actually look pretty good. They got a pretty good defense. Old Barry Odom has that defense rolling.
Yeah,
I want him at Auburn.
They played
want him-
well.
Huh?
They played well.
I want him
against
at Auburn.
Yeah, I'm glad we're not playing him at Arkansas because we would lose.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know about
are.
that.
We are playing against Arkansas at Arkansas.
No. We're not playing him at Auburn?
No, remember we almost lost to him last year at home.
Oh, that's right, in the rain. That's right.
So
Yeah,
Nick's threw a backward
yeah,
spike.
we'll lose that game.
I disagree. But
That's
Yeah.
also my money line pick at +175. I think I heard it earlier. Someone got it +180.
we'll go with 180.
And then Michigan State, should have gone with you. I'm going to ride them until they don't cover for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really,
I'm the only
really
one
like,
on the other side. That's good.
really
Yeah.
like Mel Tucker. Like what he's doing there. I mean, I have watched a little bit of their running back, and that man's a beast.
He's a stud, man. He's
He is
keeping
a
Harold
stud.
Joyner on the bench.
Is he at Michigan State?
Yeah.
He didn't go to UCF with all the other washed up.
No, I don't think he liked Gus very much.
I've joined the club.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Gus was a hoax, and I'm worried we got another hoax, but we'll talk about that later.
No, Dave. Calm down.
Those all your picks?
Jordan, you were telling me Saturday night I'm out on Harsin and I'm out on Derek Mason.
I was
he-
blackout drunk Saturday.
You told me that-
Do not take anything I said.
You
with
told me that
any
Sun-
validity.
Sunday morning. You told me we were not a good team.
Probably not. But I mean,
And if you go back and watch that game, we had so many opportunities to win that game.
That was
I feel
like-
better now than I did Sunday.
It was
Like,
a safety.
I think we're
First-
fine.
First of all, it's a safety. They didn't review it, and then
It
they're
was
gonna
a safety.
punt it to us. We're down 6. They weren't stopping us.
And Zakoby McClain getting kicked out of that game is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Then again, they did punt on 3rd down at one point in the game.
They
Penn
did.
State did because
But
the refs fucked it up.
It was still like 3rd and 20 when they punted. They weren't going to get a first down,
Yeah.
and that was a terrible pass interference call on on
For sure.
second down when they were on their own 1 after they missed the safety call. So
Yep.
both
Yeah.
of those were either of those could play. It's a different game, but
So
Yeah. Dave, I think we're gonna be
recapping,
fine. I think we're gonna be fine.
recapping my picks, I got Wisconsin well, I don't know what the action lines are, but
6.5.
Wisconsin, I got LSU, I got Louisville, I got Arkansas money line, and I got Michigan State.
I like the Louisville pick. I just,
Yeah, I like that one too.
I mean, how many fans like over under like 60,000 at the Florida State game?
Under
Dude,
Under.
under.
I mean, how many fans does the stadium hold?
like 70 something. Yeah, 70, 80 something.
Dude, it's a crazy sight to see the fall from grace that program's had.
I mean, ever since like 2014, basically when Jameis left, they've been really when Jimbo left, honestly.
I mean, people forget
Guzman.
who the fucking head coach was that left him. I mean, he went like 6 and 7 his last year there.
Jimbo?
Yeah,
Yeah, he'd already planned his exit. I mean,
yeah,
he stopped recruiting,
right. Yeah.
but
What's to stop him from doing that again?
Jimbo,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they paid him $100 million.
Yeah, the $100 million contract he has.
That's true.
And the fact that they're like top 10 every year.
Yeah, I
And that
think
was a
last-
dumb statement.
No, look, dude, they're not going to be
That was a
good as
horrible.
They're not going to be as good as
horrible
last year
statement.
every fucking
He's
year.
locked in there for 10 years, dude. He's going to recruit.
I think he can leave whenever he wants. He's not tied down. He doesn't have to pay any money if he wants to leave. If another school wants to throw money
I
at him.
think I don't know. That A&M game is interesting to me. I don't know, but Arkansas has looked really good. I could see A&M doing, I don't know.
Dude, A&M their offense has struggled
Yeah.
so much.
Is their quarterback going to play? Like, is he
No, he's out till October.
Howard King?
how long is he out? Like, what happened?
Mid-October.
Yeah, he's like hurt.
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
out
going to
for
be
a
back?
while.
We don't play him until like November, though. Right?
He's slated to come back like the week that we play him or something,
That's
or like
good.
a couple weeks before.
That's good. We want to be his first game back.
Yeah, but no, Davis, we're fine. We don't have another Gus
I
on our
was though back to Auburn and
Yeah.
Suge's take on Derek Mason was pretty
Yeah, I had concerns about the guy.
discouraged about. Yeah, I just don't feel like he's set up our linebackers to play as good as they are.
No,
He
they
put him in
got-
coverage way too much.
Yeah,
when
they're
he
not-
didn't have to.
They're not coverage guys.
Those guys
No.
are attack the fucking line of scrimmage guys,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know.
And protect the boundary of the line of scrimmage, and you can't drop him back and expect him to play in zone coverage for
Especially when they got to cover for like 8 seconds because our
like that's just not
Line-
that's not. I mean, I guess you could say Zakoby could do that, but I mean, if you're gonna do that, like bring Tennyson in and drop it, like put him in linebacker and let him drop into coverage, or bring
put like a nickel down or something.
put a nickel
Fucking
down.
play
like-
smoke where he belongs at linebacker.
what?
He's awful at whatever position he plays.
He's so bad in coverage.
He is so elite at stopping the run and so bad in coverage. I'm saying don't give him a don't give him, cover 2 where he's
I just don't know who our backup
having
safety
to defend
is.
the seam.
I don't know who our backup safety that's like would be better.
Kaufman could play there. Tennyson can play there.
Kaufman kind of got abused too. I mean, he was kind of out of position a good bit.
Yeah, he
Our whole
looked
defense.
lost the whole game.
We had our whole defense looked
Well,
lost.
and
We
you got
had
to think
guys-
about it. Aside from the transfers that are playing, these guys are so used to playing straight up face-to-face man
Man.
coverage.
Yeah.
And with your linebackers just plugging holes.
Yeah.
And that's just not what
And now
we
they've got to
played.
like cover these windows and they don't know what to do.
Yeah. And that's
No,
just
I
not
mean,
and
look, the plan would have worked if Derek Hall, TD Moultrie, Leota,
Colby Wooden.
any of them got some sort of pressure off.
Derek
of
a
Hall
them.
was-
resemblance.
Derek Hall
a
was
resemblance.
a ghost. He was terrible.
And so while our secondary is getting ripped, there were a bunch of,
No, I mean it was
zones,
it was
blown
it was
coverages.
completely on the D line. That's
like if they
there's
just they get a couple more pressures, and that's
it
a
was
completely different
completely on
game.
the D line.
The one time we did hit Clifford, he threw up that moon ball pick. Like,
Yeah. I mean, if we ever flushed him out of the pocket, he was not it was
yeah,
either an incomplete pass or like a forced throw that was into a difficult window. But
Dude, and the one thing though, I mean, Nix cannot throw a ball over the seam to save his life.
yeah,
I don't know, like if he's scared to throw a pick or like it's like he just says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna throw this as hard as I possibly can."
to the sideline.
Yeah, and like, but then you get somebody that's open, like going up the seam or something, and it's just like I don't know. It's almost like he aims it. You always hear like throw through somebody, not to somebody, but like he has zero touch on
Yeah,
passes.
He doesn't have touch. I mean, he had. I honestly thought he played better than I thought he would, but
Well,
he missed a lot
he didn't play better. He played better than I thought he would. But the thing that I saw that is he managed the game better than what he has in the
Yeah.
past. And
but but at the
I
same
think
time,
I sent it to our group text. He needed to play like an AJ McCarron straight up like game manager and hit the throws when you have to make the throws.
yeah.
And
But
he
he-
just couldn't do that.
It would have been a different story though if that Penn State linebacker had any sort of hands. I mean, that would have been.
Oh yeah.
That ball was that, but that was his only bad throw. I mean,
receiver fucked that up. FYI,
well, he still threw
He
it
was
right.
throwing
And
to a
dude,
spot,
I do not
and the receiver was just not
understand.
there.
And it could just be it's why he might just be the leader in the clubhouse right now, but I do not understand why we tried to keep getting Shedrick Jackson the ball.
Yeah, he's about to be benched, I think.
Like
I
he
think he's
trips.
Not big.
It's almost like he goes for a pass interference call rather than catching the damn thing.
He's just not athletic enough to get separation against SEC or really just any power
And
conference.
you know what?
defensive
Everyone's
backfield.
Bobo's catching a bunch of flack for that call coming out of the half.
Yeah, if he
It
doesn't
really
fumble-
wasn't a bad call.
I mean, if he
I
doesn't
don't know
fumble,
what the hell Kobe Hudson was. I don't know how he dropped the ball.
he freaked out. I mean, he
He
panicked.
literally just dropped it.
if he
Like
These
it
are
wasn't
only-
a bad play call because he had a
No.
bunch of space, and I think he was trying to tuck it and run and just dropped it.
I mean,
100% that's what happened.
just look at it like if he would have held on the ball and ran for 40 yards, everyone would have been
Yeah.
saying like, "What a great play call out of the half! Way to be aggressive." But that's why I don't blame Bobo because it wasn't the call; it was the execution, which is on the player.
And dude, and then that 4th and 2 play, have you rewatched it?
No, I can't rewatch that game. I watched it in
Dude.
person.
Tank was literally wide. He could have kicked the ball to him.
But I remember I was in the stadium and it was like half a second, and then Knicks threw the ball.
just
like-
chunked it.
Literally, he was like,
It was a pre-read.
he took the snap and immediately threw it as hard as he could to the pylon. And it
I
was
think
like,
they have that set up, or at least one of the reporters said this in
That's-
practice.
Dude, I
when
don't
you have
agree with that.
when you have a specific matchup, it wasn't even supposed to be a fade. First off, they're like trying to rub each other, like a little pick
Yeah.
play type of deal. But then
we don't know how to run that.
we didn't do it correctly at all because
Yeah.
Hudson
But,
was draped
dude,
the whole time.
Tank was wide open on the 6-inch yard line. You can see him in the replay, like jumping up and down, like
yeah,
what
yeah,
are you
no,
doing?
yeah.
He
Like,
came
Well,
off.
honestly, I hated that play call.
He
Though.
came off the field and was pretty.
He was
pissed.
very mad. Holly Rowe tweeted. She was
Yeah.
on she was like the sideline reporter. She deleted it since then. She tweeted that Tank was like fucking mad, like pissed off coming off
well,
the field.
dude, rightfully so. Either give
Get
him the
him
ball or put the ball in his
Nah,
hands.
yeah, just give him the ball. Give him the ball.
I mean,
like,
my whole
it's fine,
thing is
but-
like I don't necessarily hate. I mean, I do. I would much rather have preferred a run over a pass. But if you're gonna let Nix pass, why not let him roll out so that at least
roll
he
him
has the
out.
option to scramble. I mean, Nix is like 6'4", so like if you let him roll out and he can dive and break through a tackle.
he's a good athlete. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
did it
he
against
can get
Oregon
2 yards.
on a fourth down.
Not just snap, immediate throw to the pylon to a
To a guy that has not shown he can really even catch a ball that well.
Or run the Gus special where in the last couple of years it actually kind of worked. He would let Bo just like run a read option on the goal line.
Put
and he scored,
Pegues big ass back there. Let him barrel through there.
Is Pegues just done? I mean, he hasn't played.
I mean, dude, he just switched to a new position like
I
a
know,
month
but
and
we
a half
don't even
ago.
use him offensively anymore.
Well, good. He doesn't need to play offense because he's going to make millions playing defense someday.
I know, but I feel like he could be
Such a hot take.
You still bring in defensive
Dude, he is a
linemen.
freak.
I know
write
he's a
it down.
freak, and that's what I'm saying. Like, should we have put him in as extra protection for Tank and gotten? There has to be a play call that we have in our book where you bring Pegues in and like Luke Deal in,
Yeah.
and dominate the line of scrimmage and let Tank get 2 yards into the end zone. Like, there's no way we don't have that somewhere in the play sheet.
All right, I got to go get dinner ready, fellas. Last thing I'll say, Kobe Hudson needs to be wide receiver 1.
Don't disagree.
That's not good based on our talent. That if Kobe
Not.
Hudson's our first receiver.
Hudson's good. I love the kid.
Second thing to that is Darius Clemens needs to come to Auburn because he would start day one and win the starting job.
All right,
Correct.
boys.
This has been
Peace.
Barry, your bookie betting with the boys. Bye.